Am I the jerk for telling my neighbor that her kid is a bully? I live on a fairly close-knit street where lots of kids play together. One neighbor couple have a 9-year-old son who has been increasingly left out by the other children. Honestly, I can't blame them. This kid constantly punches, kicks, and threatens the other kids. He's stolen toys, pushed smaller children into the road, and torments animals. Today was the final straw. Within just a few hours, this kid gave a 4-year-old a black eye, threw stones at passing cars, stole another kid's phone, and threw it down a storm drain, and used a Nerf sniper to target practice on a 1-year-old in a stroller. Naturally, this caused a massive uproar. A group of angry parents and kids gathered outside the family's house. When the boy ran home, his mom came out confused and trying to calm everyone down. I'll admit, she's usually kind, but she uses gentle parenting and doesn't discipline her son. Later, she and I were talking in the yard, and she said she doesn't understand why her son can't make friends. She described him as just spirited and just exploring himself, and suggested it was the other kids who needed to be more understanding. That's when I told her bluntly, the reason he can't make friends and the reason people keep complaining is because he's acting like a jerk. Every time he's outside, he's either hurting someone, breaking something, or harassing people and animals. You don't do anything about it, even when there's undeniable proof in front of you. You excuse it as kids being kids, and then tell him it's okay, because he's just expressing himself. She asked for one example of when she's done that. I said today, after all the parents told you what he did, I bet he's inside playing video games like nothing happened. Her response, that's just roughhousing. Stuff breaks. People get hurt. When has he actually done anything bad? So I brought up how he torments the elderly blind dog next door and the horrible names he calls her. I asked if her husband talks like that around him. She said no, he heard it from an uncle. Then I told her about when he tried to call me stuff like that. I told him, say that again and Santa won't come. I know him, and I'll tell him, and make sure you don't get the toy you want. He stopped after that. I told her to try it, because it worked. She said it's not my place to discipline him. I agreed, it's not my place. But if she doesn't step up and actually parent him, he's going to end up unable to function socially. I told her honestly that I know she means well, but sometimes love without limits hurts more in the long run. She blew up on me, said discipline is abuse, that taking away toys or making him apologize would cause trauma, and that I'm sick for even suggesting consequences. She also threw in that I know nothing about kids, and that I can't and shouldn't have any, and made personal attacks based on things I'd previously confided in her. A few hours later, her husband came to my door demanding to know what I'd said because his wife was upset and refusing to eat and told him I said their kid was a jerk. I told him what I actually told her. Your kid needs consequences, or this behavior will just get worse. He started with the kids will be kids line, but clearly he hadn't been told the whole story, so I listed off what happened today. Apparently, his wife had downplayed everything as little accidents. He went home, they had a fight, and now my partner and another neighbor is saying I should have just stayed out of it because I'm just causing drama. But I'm not going to let her tell him I said something like that. All I told him was the truth.